I don't know why this started reminding me, but it's just a fact telling stories or like retelling stories. I was at Denny's recently. Maybe our audio guy remembers, but
Hey.
we were. I described a story of Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Uh-huh.
And when you say it out loud, it's the most disturbing, most psychotic like shit you can think of.
Yeah.
Like I've ever heard. And I said it in such a monotone voice that was like, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was great. Because it was just this dead weight, and then she started to run away and realized the fence was electrocuted, and the dog came after her. Jesus. Oh man, yeah.
Well, I think you mentioned Law and Order Special Victims to me one time. What did you say was one of the worst episodes?
Was
you were
it
telling me
was it the rape during the play? The genuine rape?
Oh, there was a play, like a off-Broadway play where they had to show a rape scene, but it turns out it was actually rape, like on
the
stage.
woman was raped on stage
On
for
stage.
real.
in front of everyone.
by
They
like
did
3
this.
people.
And then people just were like,
Yeah.
"This is amazing."
Yeah, they got high remarks
Oh,
and everything, so she had to live with that.
that's horrible.
There was I didn't know what was it called? It was like sex abuser or something. Where they punch holes in condoms, and this dude,
I've heard of that.
punch holes in condoms and have sex, and then they realize they're pregnant, and he just abandons these women. It has to do with narcissism because it's his own image going off into the world.
And I told you guys, I'm not sure if I told you recently, the story about the 2 daughters of a rich widow. That
one's just sad.
Okay, so
Because that is the theme today.
yeah, there's no. We're gonna end this podcast not with a joke. We're just gonna leave it sad.
Like British humor.
Yeah.
Don't let it be sad, and then no one address it.
It seems to work, so.
Okay, so in this episode, this was actually the first episode I saw of Victims Unit, but I just saw the whole thing, aware of what's going on, because last time I saw it, I was in a crazy condition. It was weird.
Okay.
And and in this episode, there is a rich man's dead, a rich entrepreneur is dead. So then, you got he had $2, and now he's a widow. So then the $2
He's
go.
a widow.
He's a widow. He is a widow. The woman is a he. No.
She's a widow. He is a widower.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay, go on.
So then the $2 go on the news and tell them that they were molested. That they were molested by their father. But then later the twist is that the daughter, one of the daughters gets leukemia.
Right.
The other daughter dies from a car crash. Apparently, the mother set up the car crash. She had pads on her seats and cushions so she wouldn't get anything less than a broken arm.
Oh my god.
And the daughter is absolutely obliterated. She's obliterated. She's just
She tried to death-proof
Yeah.
the car.
yeah. She's just paste. Exactly. Yeah.
Grindhouse.
Objectively, probably the worst of his films, but still decent.
It's decent. It's okay. And so then, apparently,
I really
the
like
daughter
Like
leukemia is told by the police that her sister is dead, and then she's just horrified. This is an 8-year-old.
Right.
This is an 8-year-old getting this news. Her mother is nowhere in this scene, and she confesses that her mother forced the 2 daughters to confess that they were molested. So then the stocks that went away from the entrepreneur that's dead can go straight to her, not the children, just her.
God.
Jeez.
And it's very revealed that she does not have leukemia. She was poisoned with mercury poisoning. And mercury poisoning gives the same symptoms as leukemia, except you get permanent neurological damage from mercury poisoning.
Yeah.
And then, because then the wife knew that all the entrepreneurs, they would get nothing but sympathy from the press, so she can get all the money. The kid will die, because she was actually gonna poison the next penicillin,
Oh god.
so she can get all the money.
That's metal. That's pretty metal. So the moral of this story is if just describe an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit to anyone, it'll make them sad and think you're deranged.
Great writers.
I have a proposition that I tell one short story related to Special Victims Unit
Very
that
professional.
does have a moral. A good moral for everybody, and we can end on... It'd still be sad, but
But
at
still
least,
be sad.
at least something with...
There's no humor
a
in this
lo-
episode.
So, this episode of Special Victims Unit is about a woman who was found dead in like a very, very poor neighborhood in, let's say, Compton, probably Compton, and and she was like horribly sexually abused and all these terrible things. And then her body was shoved into like the cooler in the ceiling of an apartment tenement building. And it turns out the way that this all happened was something like between 8 to 10 of the men who lived in this building, who were all very large, middle-aged black men, were all about once a month getting together for orgy porgy
Yay!
together. And so
I
these...
love that word.
Yeah, it's a great... Look it up. Wikipedia. It's a great
You'll
novel.
actually become smarter and learn more about the world by looking up orgy porgy.
You will, I promise.
Yeah.
But so these large middle-aged black men had gangbangs together about once a month, and one of their wives found out about it, and so as a group they sexually abused and murdered her and stuffed her into the awnings. And then,
Sorry, I just love the idea of a gangbang once a month.
Once
that
a
they
month.
schedule this.
it's our monthly
It's a good
gangbang.
outing. I mean, these are my high school friends. I hardly get to see them anymore, but once a month we take off to go rape someone.
Yeah.
And it's great.
What-
But Steve hasn't been showing up a lot. I mean, what's he been doing?
What a jerk.
What's so important? What's more important
Yeah.
than this?
Noticed he had a tape recorder the other day. I don't know if that means anything.
But and then
Damn
at
it,
the
Steve.
when they arrest these men who are responsible, what unnerved me was then they're being interviewed and they're like, all of them have the same story. It's like, yeah, but man, we ain't gay though. We're like just really good friends and stuff. and so what I want to tell people is, please be yourself and don't rape and murder people. I think that's a perfectly fine thing. You're now legally allowed to have bum sex since 2003. And now you can marry whoever you'd like and be happy. Just don't murder people. Because if you don't be yourself, you probably will murder people. Yeah.
That's my therapist said last week, too.
Or-
And on that note, we've already reached an hour.
Yes.
So,
Sorry, guys.
my Batmobile is really telling me to go over there that there's crime in the city. Would you guys like to join me?
I would love to. Let's cape
Yeah,
up.
sure.
To the Batmobile!
Woo!
Yeah,